Leo, can I tell you about something small that happened to me last week? Something I'm a little embarrassed about?
Always. Go on.
So, my sister called me on Tuesday night, just a normal call, and she asked me in the softest voice, "Hey, how are you really?" And I opened my mouth to answer, and nothing came. I knew something was wrong inside me. I could feel it, but I didn't have the words. So after this long, awkward silence, I just said, "I'm fine, just tired," and I changed the subject.
And were you fine?
No, not even a little, but fine was the only word that came out. And then I felt worse because now she thought everything was okay and I'd closed a door I actually wanted to keep open.
Oh, I know that exact moment. The words are somewhere inside you, but they won't come out. So you grab the easy one and hang up. And then you sit there holding the phone thinking, why didn't I just say it?
Exactly that. I sat on my bed staring at the wall afterwards, having the whole honest conversation in my head, the one I couldn't have out loud 2 minutes ago. And here's the thing. This happens to English learners constantly. Because in your own language, you're probably funny, warm, detailed. You can explain exactly what your heart is doing. But in English, someone asks, "How are you?" and everything becomes, "Good, fine, I'm okay." And then silence.
And it feels like the real you is trapped behind a tiny wall of easy words. That's exactly what we're fixing today. Hi, everyone. I'm Leo.
And I'm Mia. Welcome to Perspective Peak. Today, we're learning how to talk about your feelings in English. Not with big, dramatic speeches, not with perfect, fancy words, but with a few small, honest words for the moments when "I'm fine" just isn't the whole truth.
And this really matters because so many learners have big feelings but small English answers. You feel a whole storm inside, and all you can say is, "Good." That gap is frustrating, and today we're going to close it, gently. This is what Perspective Peak is here for, growing your heart and your English together.
And don't worry about the English today, friends. This is friendly B1 level. Clear sentences, simple words, spoken at a comfortable speed. Every time we use a stronger word, we'll stop and explain it right away. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be here. Let's grow together.
Okay, Mia, let's start at the very beginning. Why is "I'm fine" so powerful? Because everybody uses it all the time.
Great question. Here's my favorite way to think about it. "I'm fine" is like a door that's almost closed. It's not locked, but it's shut enough that most people won't push it open. Sometimes that's exactly what you want. You're at work, someone asks, you don't want to talk, "I'm fine." Door closed, perfect. But sometimes you actually want someone to gently push that door open, and "I'm fine" tells them not to.
Oh, so fine is doing two opposite jobs. Sometimes it protects you, and sometimes it accidentally locks people out.
Exactly. The problem isn't the word fine. Fine is a useful little tool. The problem is when it's the only tool you have. If the only word in your emotional toolbox is fine, then every feeling, the gray days, the heavy days, the shaky days, all come out as the same flat fine. And nobody, including you, ever really knows what's going on.
So fine is a hammer, and we're trying to fix everything. A leaky tap, a broken window, a sad heart, with just a hammer.
Just a hammer. And here's the key idea for today, and it's a freeing one. You don't need to explain your whole heart to feel understood. You just need one word that's a little more true than fine. One word that opens the door just a crack. That's all. And today, we're going to collect a few of those words together. A few more tools for the box.
Beautiful. Okay, let me tell everyone my story. The day I discovered the magic word off.
Off? Like a light switch?
Exactly like a light switch.
So picture this. Last month, I had a completely normal day. Nothing bad happened. No bad news, no problem. I woke up, made my coffee, did my work, and yet the whole day felt gray. My favorite music sounded annoying. My lunch tasted like cardboard. Even my comfortable chair felt uncomfortable.
Your chair betrayed you.
My chair betrayed me, Mia. And a friend messaged me, "You good?" And I stared at the screen because good was a lie, but sad was too strong. Nothing was actually wrong. And I didn't have a word for everything is slightly gray for no reason.
So what did you send?
I sent, yeah, good, the lie. But later, I learned the perfect word, and it's tiny. Off. I'm feeling a bit off today. And here's the science of why such a small word works so well. Researchers who study emotions have found that just naming a feeling, even a vague one, actually calms your brain down. They call it affect labeling. When you put a fuzzy feeling into a word, the loud, anxious part of your brain gets quieter, almost like you've picked the feeling up and set it on the table where you can look at it.
Oh, so saying I feel off literally makes you feel a little better.
A little better, because now it's not a scary fog inside you, it's a small named thing outside you. It's the difference between there's a monster somewhere in this dark room and, oh, it's just a coat on a chair. The naming turns the monster into a coat.
The naming turns the monster into a coat. Okay, that's beautiful.
And off is perfect because it doesn't explain everything. It just says, something's not quite right, but please don't ask me for a full report. The lesson is, you don't need the perfect, precise word. You just need a small, honest one. And off is a gift. It opens the door 1 centimeter. No PowerPoint presentation required.
No PowerPoint presentation required. I'm putting that on a mug. Okay, my turn. And my word is one you already know, but not for this. The word blue.
Blue? Like the color?
Like the color. So here's my scenario. A few weeks ago, I felt low all day. Quiet, dim, like someone had turned the brightness down on the whole world. I wasn't crying, I wasn't falling apart, I was just faded. And when my friend asked, I said, just tired. But I wasn't sleepy at all. Tired was wrong. It was something else.
So what was the real word?
Blue. I've been feeling a bit blue today. If you feel blue, you feel sad or low in a soft, quiet way. Not a big, dramatic sadness, just a gentle gray cloud. And here's the beautiful part of the science. Feelings don't always arrive with a reason attached. We think I can only be sad if something bad happened. But researchers have found that's just not how emotions work. Your mood is affected by sleep, weather, hormones, 100 tiny things you'll never trace. So you can feel blue on a perfectly nice day with zero explanation.
Ah, so you don't need a reason to feel blue. That's actually a huge relief.
Enormous relief. Because we waste so much energy asking, why do I feel like this? Nothing happened. And the answer is, you don't always get a why. Sometimes your heart is just cloudy, the way the sky is sometimes cloudy. And you don't stand outside demanding the sky explain itself. You just wait and it passes.
You don't demand the sky explain itself. True. The sky owes us nothing.
Nothing. And here's what's lovely. Tired ended my conversation with my friend because she just said, get some sleep. But if I'd said a bit blue, she might have said, "Aw, want to talk?" And I could have said, not really, but stay on the phone a minute. The lesson is, a truer word doesn't just describe your feeling, it invites the right kind of care. Tired gets you advice. Blue gets you company.
That's such a good distinction. Okay, quick pause because I want to tell everyone where we're going because so far we've talked about small, quiet feelings. But in a few minutes, we're going to talk about a feeling that so many of us carry and call tired when it's actually something much bigger and much more important.
And knowing the real word for it could genuinely change how you take care of yourself. So stay with us.
Ooh, the big one, yes. But first, let's talk about a feeling that hides, and it hides behind the word tired.
Tired is suspicious. Tired is wearing a big coat and sunglasses.
Exactly. Tired is hiding at least 3 other feelings behind it. It's the word we use when we don't want to look too closely at what's really going on. So here's a scenario. Imagine you come home from a long day. You sit down on the sofa, coat still on, shoes still on, bag still on your shoulder, and you just stay there in the dark for 20 minutes. Not because you're sleepy, something heavier.
Oh, I've done the shoes still on sofa sit. That's a specific kind of empty. You're not resting, you're not doing anything, you're just buffering, like a video that stopped loading.
Buffering, that's perfect. The little spinning circle, but it's a person. And if a friend texted, "Still on for tonight?" you'd stare at it like it was asking you to climb a mountain. That feeling isn't sleepy tired. The word is drained. I'm really drained today. Drained means your energy is almost completely gone, like a phone battery at 1%, and it can be your body or your emotions.
So tired sounds like one good night's sleep fixes it, but drained.
Drained is when the whole day drank your energy through a tiny straw. Sleep alone won't fix it. And here's the important science, and this is the big one I promised. When drained continues for weeks and weeks. When every week you say, "After this week I'll rest," but the rest never comes, there's a stronger phrase, burned out. Burnout means you're exhausted from too much stress or pressure for too long. And researchers have found it's a real physical state. It's not weakness, it's not laziness. It's your body pulling the emergency brake.
So burned out isn't just very tired. It's your body sending a warning.
A genuine warning, a little alarm from inside saying something needs to change, slow down, ask for help, drop something. Think of it like the oil light on a car dashboard. Tired is the car saying, "I could use some petrol soon." Burned out is the red oil light. Stop driving now or something breaks.
And most of us just put tape over the red light and keep driving.
We absolutely do. We say, "I'll rest after this week" for about 9 weeks in a row. And here's why the word matters so much. When you tell people, "I'm tired," they say, "Sleep early." And then you feel unheard because sleep isn't the problem. But if you can say, "I think I'm starting to feel burned out," suddenly people understand it's bigger. The lesson is naming it correctly doesn't just help you understand yourself, it helps others treat you gently instead of handing you the wrong advice. Tired gets you "sleep early." Burned out gets you "how can I help?"
That's so real. Okay, my last scenario, and this one is about the feelings that are hard to admit, the tense ones. Because it's easy to say, "I'm a bit blue." That's gentle, soft, almost sweet. But it's much harder to say, "I'm scared" or "I'm anxious." Those feel like admitting weakness. Let me tell you about a phone call I avoided for 2 weeks.
2 weeks. The famous "I'll do it tomorrow" call.
The exact one. There was a difficult conversation I needed to have with someone I care about. Nothing huge, but I had to be honest, and I didn't know how they'd react. And every single time I saw their name on my phone, my whole body went tight. Shoulders up by my ears, jaw clenched, a strange knot in my stomach.
That word, tight, that's the clue, isn't it?
That's the word, tense. I feel tense about it. Tense means your body or mind feels tight because you're worried or stressed. But here's the thing. Right before I finally made the call, it was more than tense. My hands were actually shaking.
Shaking? That's bigger than tense.
Much bigger. That word is anxious. Now let me separate 2 words that learners mix up, because the difference is really useful. Nervous is short and about one event. I'm nervous. The meeting starts in 5 minutes. But anxious is longer and it lives in your body for days. I've been feeling anxious about that call all week. Nervous is the 5 minutes before. Anxious is the whole week before.
Nervous is the call is now, and anxious is the call has been living rent-free in my head since Monday.
Rent-free in my head, exactly. Nervous packs a small bag and leaves after the event. Anxious moves in, puts up pictures, and refuses to pay rent for a week. And here's the kind science behind it. Researchers have found that when you name the anxious feeling out loud, "I'm feeling anxious about this," you actually take some of its power away. The feeling you can name is a feeling you can hold. The one you can't name just grows in the dark, getting bigger and blurrier.
So the naming is like turning a light on in that dark room.
Exactly. And the moment the light's on, the feeling is usually much smaller than it felt in the dark. Oh, and by the way, I finally made the call. It went completely fine. 10 easy minutes.
After 2 weeks of suffering?
2 weeks of suffering for a 10-minute call. The mind is not always a helpful assistant. Sometimes it makes a whole horror movie with bad lighting and scary music about a phone call that turns out fine. The lesson is, your scariest feelings shrink the moment you give them a name. Tense, nervous, anxious, these aren't weak words, they're brave words. Saying them out loud is how you start to let them go.
So good, Leo. Okay, peak performers, let's turn all of this into something you can actually use. Our step-by-step action plan. 4 steps to talk about your feelings gently and honestly. Leo, step 1.
Step 1. Trade one fine for one truer word this week. Here's what to do. You don't have to change everything. Just once, when someone asks how you are, instead of the automatic fine, reach for one small truer word. A bit off, a little blue, pretty drained. Why does this work? Because as we learned, just naming a feeling, affect labeling, calms your brain and opens the door a crack. For example, swap "I'm fine, just tired" for "honestly, a bit off today." A common mistake is thinking you have to explain why. You don't. One honest word is a complete sentence. Say it and stop.
So gentle. Step 2. Keep 3 starter phrases ready. Here's what to do. Memorize 3 little openings so you never have to build the sentence from nothing in the hard moment. Number 1. To be honest, I'm feeling a bit. Number 2. I've been feeling really. And number 3, the most important. I'm not sure how to explain it, but. Why does this work? Because the first few words are always the hardest. Once you begin, the rest flows, like a car that's difficult to push at first, but rolls easily once it's moving. For example, to be honest, I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed today. A common mistake is waiting until you have the perfect full sentence in your head. You never will. Start with the opening and let the rest arrive as you speak. The sentence finishes itself once you're brave enough to start it.
I love that third one especially. Step 3. Let "I don't know yet" be a real answer. Here's what to do. When someone asks how you feel and you genuinely don't know, you're allowed to say exactly that. "I'm not sure how to explain it yet." Why does this work? Because feelings don't always arrive with a clear label, and pretending to have one adds pressure you don't need. Naming the not knowing is still honest, and it still opens the door. For example, "Something feels off, but I can't explain it yet. Give me a bit." A common mistake is thinking you must diagnose your soul perfectly in B1 English before you're allowed to speak. You don't. "I don't know yet" is a complete, honest, human answer.
And step 4. Match the word to the person. Here's what to do. You get to choose how far you open the door depending on who is asking. A stranger at the shop gets, "I'm good, thanks." A close friend might get, Honestly, a bit blue today. Why does this work? Because being honest doesn't mean telling everyone everything, it means choosing the right amount of truth for the right person. For example, the same day you might say fine to your coworker and really drained, can we talk to your best friend. Both are honest. A common mistake is thinking you have to share everything or nothing. You don't. You hold the door, and you decide how wide it opens.
4 steps. Trade 1 fine, keep 3 starter phrases ready, let I don't know yet count, and match the word to the person. That's a complete, kind system.
And notice, not one of those steps asks you to give a big emotional speech or cry in front of a stranger by the elevator. Please don't do that.
Please don't do that. Boundaries.
Boundaries. This is about one small, honest word, not a dramatic movie scene. You're not auditioning for an award. You're just letting one safe person see 1 centimeter more of the real you. That's the whole game. Okay, peak performers. It's time for everyone's favorite part, the extended vocabulary corner. 5 powerful words from today, with examples from both of us. Leo, kick us off. Word 1.
Let's do it. Word number 1. Off. To feel off means to feel that something isn't quite right in a small, vague way. Mia, give us an example.
Sure. I can't explain it, but I've been feeling a bit off all morning.
And mine, you seem a little off today. Is everything okay?
Great little word. Word number 2. Blue. To feel blue means to feel sad or low in a quiet, gentle way. Not a huge sadness, just a soft gray mood.
My example, it was raining all weekend and I felt a bit blue.
And mine, don't worry if you feel blue sometimes for no reason. It's completely normal.
Word number 3, a strong and important one. Drained. To feel drained means your energy is almost completely gone, physically or emotionally, like a battery at 1%.
My example, after that long meeting, I was totally drained.
And mine, caring for others is beautiful, but it can leave you feeling drained, so rest too.
Word number 4, overwhelmed. To feel overwhelmed means too much is happening at once. Too many tasks, messages, and decisions all asking for a piece of you.
My example, I had 40 emails before breakfast and I felt so overwhelmed.
And mine, when you feel overwhelmed, just pick one small thing and start there.
And word number 5, a warm everyday phrasal verb, to cheer up. To cheer up means to start feeling happier or to help someone else feel happier.
My example, I was feeling blue, but a message from an old friend really cheered me up.
And mine, here, let me make you some tea. Let's cheer you up a little.
5 powerful words: off, blue, drained, overwhelmed, and cheer up. Use even one this week and it's yours forever. And notice, none of them are big or fancy. They're small, real, human words. That's the whole point.
And here's a little challenge that's also practice. Next time someone asks how you are, try one honest starter phrase out loud in English. To be honest, I'm feeling a bit, and just fill in the blank. See? You practiced English and opened a door at the same time.
That's the whole perspective peak magic. Grow the heart and the English together.
So here's the big lesson of today, friends. You don't need big words or big speeches to talk about your feelings. You just need one small word that's a little more true than fine. Off, blue, drained, a bit anxious. Naming a feeling makes it lighter, and it lets the right people care for you in the right way. You're not giving an emotional report. You're just opening a door, one small crack, as wide as you choose. And every time you do it, it gets a little easier, until one day, the honest word comes out as naturally as fine used to.
And please, be gentle and patient with yourself. If the only word you have today is fine, that's okay too. You don't have to be an emotional poet in your second language. Nobody's grading you. Just try one truer word this week with one safe person. And if it feels awkward, that's normal. That's just the muscle being new. It gets stronger every time. And to my sister, if you're somehow listening, I wasn't really fine that Tuesday. I was a bit blue and a lot overwhelmed. I just didn't have the words yet, but I'm learning them now, and next time I'll pick up the phone and actually tell you.
And tell us in the comments, finish this sentence in English. To be honest, I'm feeling a bit... Keep it simple, keep it kind, and keep it as private as you need to. We can't wait to read every single one and reply to you.
Subscribe, hit the bell, and start thinking deeper while you see higher. Keep learning, keep growing.
See you next week on Perspective Peak.
Perspective peak, yeah, we set the pace. Moving to the top, we win the race. We win the race. Perspective peak, start thinking deeper while you see higher.